Welcome, everybody, to the Follow D Money podcast, season 5, coming in with a bang. I have two friends of mine. One friend who I've known for, I want to say like 10 years. Like 10 years, maybe more, actually. And a good friend that I was introduced to last year after their event, Baby Got Brunch last year. I have Bridget Davis and Ashley Brooks.
Woo, woo.
Whoa. So, ladies, welcome to the Follow D Money podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. You guys are doing big things individually, but you guys come together and you throw this wonderful food festival, I like to call it, Baby Got Brunch. Before we get into that, though, I would like you two to introduce yourselves to the audience and tell us where you come from and what you do besides Baby Got Brunch. Okay. Start with you, Bridget.
Okay, my name is Bridget Davis. I'm a full-service wedding and event planner. I specialize in destination weddings, and I also own a cocktail catering company called Mirth and Myrrh. What else do I have, Ashley?
A baby.
Oh, yeah. I just had a baby. I'm on the board of For the Brand, which is a local nonprofit, and I help the United States Bartenders Guild as their event consultant.
Yeah.
So I have my hands in quite a few things.
And you make one hell of a macaroni.
It's coming back this year. We took a hiatus the last couple of years. So.
I had mine hand delivered one year.
I got to get on the list.
Yes, Ms. Brooks.
Ashley Brooks. I have been in the food industry for over 15 years. Currently, I do restaurant consulting work. And then I do a lot of work in sort of the food justice part of the industry. So I do the Garfield Park Farmers Market. I co-founded that in 2015. We're about to start our 8th season in Garfield Park, so that's really exciting. Indie Women in Food is something I co-founded in 2017, and that is just a wonderful community and group of women in the food industry, and we just we support each other, we share resources, we collaborate, we do events together. We're trying to work our way up to a yearly conference. And yeah, what else do I do? I do publishing work on the side. So freelance recipe testing and freelance chef work.
What about the cookbook
and
stuff?
she consults.
The cookbook stuff. Did you say the cookbook stuff?
Yeah, the publishing work. So I'll do recipe testing for this local publisher. And then when it comes time to photograph recipes for the book, I'll come in and I'll cook everything and make it pretty.
That is dope. I didn't know there was a person. I didn't know it was a real thing.
Yeah,
so there, a
so
cookbook. You cook the food that the cook is making the ingredients and stuff for.
Yeah, so you can show the recipe.
You got to be good. You got to be good to do that.
Yeah.
They're like, I want you to make my food. I want you to make my food so it looks good.
Yeah. So I've done a little bit of everything in the industry. I owned a restaurant at one point, Milk Tooth. I really enjoy the consulting work too. That's a really nice investment into the community and helping people either improve their operations, their business model, update menus, or help people create new concepts. So.
And what brought you ladies together to get Baby Got Brunch? How did you guys form this magical union?
I love this story.
Yeah, we met through a mutual friend, Slater Hogan, who's one of the owners of the Patron Saint. And he kind of brought us together on the first year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's how we launched it off.
So you guys were just introduced by Slater.
So Slater and I and Bridget were all working on this festival, and we had never worked together before, and it's just been growing every year, and we've been just doing more and more, and so and now it's just Bridget and I working on the festival together, and
dang,
we're just excited to see it grow.
I'm so glad. Okay, last year I was there, and it was, I must say, if I had to pick 3 events in Indianapolis last year, you guys will be in the 3.
Well, that's exciting because you're out all the time.
I am, and I go to a lot of things, but between Butter and you guys, I couldn't pick which one was better. For art,
wow,
Well,
that's
very
high
different.
praise.
But they're very
different,
different. But that's what I'm saying. I can't decide because I like art and I like to eat. And you guys were the best food event, and then they were the best art event. You know, but for
I would
but
agree.
for the culture, you guys both killed it. And Baby Got Brunch, to me, for a vibe, it was dope.
Thank
Very
you.
dope, very
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, we love to hear that.
Do you guys have like a mission statement for it? Like, do you guys like what is it about?
Yeah, so we really want to showcase local talent, local chefs, restaurateurs, people that are kind of also on the fringes of the food scene. So people that don't normally or wouldn't have a traditional restaurant or brick and mortar. Maybe they do more catering or they're just kind of getting their, putting themselves out there. So we really like to support and be really inclusive in our vendors and, a lot of well-known places, but a lot of places that maybe you haven't heard of before. So part of our mission, it's kind of, twofold. So we want to support the industry and industry workers. That's really important. So we sometimes donate to local organizations that help industry people. And then we also want to help fight childhood food insecurity. So we also donate some proceeds to different organizations that address kind of whatever issue is relevant at the time. So last year we donated to the Milk Bank. And that was a wonderful organization to partner with. So they're doing really good work.
Good.
So, and also just to have fun and have a fun party and play, music that we like and eat good food and drink.
Have an open
things.
bar. So
I don't know many events that have an open bar. Not many. They are out there, but they're rare and they are never as good as what you guys had.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We always try to add new cocktails every year. We look to improve everything about the festival every year, but the bar is definitely one of them.
Is there anything that you expect to be different from last year to this year?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will definitely have more bar spaces available. We only had one last year, and I think it was okay. It's just Victory Field's so large. So once you got to the other side of the field and you were thirsty, what were you to do? And then we are going to have more visible water stations. We did have them last year, but I think people struggled to really find them. We'll have a map this year.
Oh, like a map that has all which food is where? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
How do you guys decide who can vend there? Like how do you pick your chefs? How do you pick everybody? How do you do that?
Good question.
I mean, it's pretty much an open application.
So they
we
apply.
put a call out. Yep, they do. We have an application process. They apply. We do have certain standards and they have to kind of, make sure that they fit within that. And but like I said, we want to give people a chance that maybe have never done a festival before or maybe they live kind of outside of Indianapolis and they're like really breaking into like the city. So, it's just an open application. And then we always reach out to past vendors and then, just anyone that we want to see there, we'll reach out to them directly too.
That's a good opportunity for those people.
Excuse me.
That was you?
I don't know where it came from, but yeah.
That was like a little animal.
What
the hell?
There's a raccoon inside me.
She's hungry. Let her out.
That was okay. Last year you guys had a host. Did you have a host?
Yeah, we did.
We did. Thad McKee of Harder
He's a
Brunch.
weirdo.
He graced us with his presence.
We love him, though.
I loved it. Yeah.
No, that is not weird. He's actually sitting right over
there. He brought a vibe.
So how do you guys come up with that as hosting? Because I actually see Thad hosting a lot of things, and he's a wonderful host.
So I actually stumbled into the meat cake contest.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that a little bit.
2 years ago.
I got something to say about that, but go ahead. Tell us that.
So when it was at Almost Famous, I had a friend in from New York who's a chef, and I was like, oh, let's just pop in here and grab some coffee. And the contest was going on. Thad was hosting. I thought it was so great. And then we went on his podcast, Ashley and I.
I listened to that. That was good.
I love your personality. So I thought he would be a great host
guy.
for the event.
I love him, and he's hilarious.
Yeah. Exactly.
We just talked about the meat cake situation. I call it the meat cake situation because I was on after brunch for Harder Brunch, and I discussed my beef I have beef with the judging system in that competition because Ashley's here, so I'll tell her. And I think I don't know if I told you, but I thought
you shared a little bit with me.
that I thought that you won. Like, to me, I thought your what was it? The thing,
it was a Madeleine. So like a little tiny tea cake. But it had pork in it.
Right. Okay. But it tastes like cake.
So my interpretation, and I think a lot of the chefs that participated maybe in years past too, I don't know, maybe you can shed some light that, but I just sort of interpreted the way that I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something that was more like cake than more like meat, but it did have so much pork in it. And a lot of people, it's a recipe from the 1930s. Just the pork cake. And so I just turned that into little Madeleines. And then I had a chicken liver mousse icing.
Yeah, you did. And you had some powdered sugar. Yeah, yes. I remember. I went into that thing fighting for Ashley Brooks. And I got shit on.
Oh my God.
By everybody.
I think that the judges, the chefs that were judging were very like by the book.
They were.
Like, so mine wasn't like meaty enough, I think.
Okay.
It wasn't meat forward. Okay. And it wasn't in the shape of the cake.
Yes, that's another thing.
Mm-hmm. Those were the two things that I were saying.
I was just like, okay. I said, when we come here, we talk about meat cake. When you think of meat cake, I think of texture, I think of taste, and I like a cupcake is like cake still, right? And I don't know the difference between a Madeleine and a cupcake. So I tasted yours and just felt like it had a cake texture and it was good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was just like something like you could order at a restaurant and eat it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think people believed there was pork in there because the process and how that's done and everything, it breaks it all down. And there's so many spices. It's like a spice cake. So it really doesn't have like a porky flavor. It just, you literally boil pork in water. And then it breaks down. And then you add that like sludge to your flour and your eggs and your sugar.
Sludge.
That sounds so appetizing.
No, it's a wild one. Okay. So,
Stretch, did you like the other cakes?
So
were they edible?
The winner, Chef Hackney, he had a very delicious meat cake.
Everyone's tasted really good. They were just different interpretations.
Yeah, and I think everybody had different tastes too, because my one that I thought was I'm not going to say, but everybody liked it. Mm-hmm. I didn't care for it, but everyone had a different number one.
Yeah.
But everybody had.
But everybody,
I will say, everybody did have Hackney 1 or 2. Yeah. Everybody.
Yeah. He was in the
top.
He was in
the top 1 or 2 for everybody. So it was hands down his to me. You know, I get that, but I was just kind of surprised that you weren't in the top 2 of most of the judges.
Well, thank you. And for me, it wasn't about winning at all. It was just about like
doing it and fun,
and different.
That's your craft.
Pushing the envelope on something.
And you did a good job.
You know. Well, thank you. Yeah.
At Baby Got Brunch, there is a competition as well, right? Kind of. Is it really? Because could you vote?
Yes.
You vote.
Yeah, you can vote. People, so in years past, we gave out tickets and people were like, oh, is this for food? No, it was to vote. And so that was confusing. So this last year we decided to do digital voting. And I think maybe a fifth of the people actually voted. So this year we'll have QR codes people can scan. It'll be on all the screens. We'll have it up on social media in advance too.
And what do they win? What does the winner get?
So we normally just do kind of like a little collection of prizes. Every year, though, there's a local blade maker, Ash Blades, and Eric is just a fantastic artisan, and he makes these amazing steel knives. He makes them for a lot of chefs.
Okay.
Yeah, so in each knife, he custom makes one. Yeah, and each one is worth between like $500 and $700. So it's a really nice. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So
have you ever seen Forged in Fire?
No, but I saw Kill Bill.
Okay. Well, they're not swords.
Yeah, the Harihansu sword.
Yeah. Here's a saber for you.
You guys need to give away swords.
Good luck getting that home.
Okay.
Yeah. But the other prizes are usually like gift cards to other restaurants so they can, take out their team and enjoy a really nice chef experience or something from like Zesco.
Yeah, they've supported
kitchen
before.
supplies.
Mm-hmm. We hope to do more, and just kind of continue growing the pot, and
What do you guys need from the community to help you guys keep this going?
Buy tickets.
And consider sponsorship too. Mm-hmm. So one thing that we really, like I said, one of our focuses is supporting the industry and industry workers and the chefs. So we compensate every vendor who participates. And then we also, so we do that, but then we also accept sponsorships to like sponsor the chef fund, basically. Yeah. So that increases their reimbursement because, I mean, I think a lot of people definitely see the value in getting in front of 1,200 people and the marketing and, you know, just doing something fun in the community. But we also understand that it's a hardship. It's a lot to ask chefs to leave their kitchens on a Saturday morning and participate in this event when they may have service going on. So, you know, there's a lot of cost to that and labor and time and all that. So,
and to say that we compensate them, we essentially give them a small kickback. Yeah. You know, most festivals charge a restaurant to participate. Yeah. We start with a small amount. It definitely doesn't cover their food costs. Right. It might cover their labor. So when we get the chef sponsorships, it just helps to sweeten the pot for them.
Yeah. So,
and to book the chefs or restaurants for private catering gigs like that, just utilizing people that are part of Baby Got Brunch helps, especially those smaller owned businesses that people may not recognize.
Dope. Yeah. And I like the fact that last year I was introduced to a whole bunch of different chefs and restaurants. So, and and I ate some stuff I probably never would have eaten before.
That's awesome. That's the whole point.
And
like
I
gather
love
and try
that
new things.
Just like bite size because it's not a meal. I'll take a bite of anything, I think. I could eat anything once.
I mean, people definitely like take their liberties with the sample sizes. Like there were full-on portions coming out last year, and I was like, you guys really, it should be a bite because we want everyone to try everything. But, you know, there's like almost 30 vendors, so it's a lot of food and drink and all that. So
I want to know how much time does Baby Got Brunch take out of you guys' lives? Both of you are mothers, and so brand new, seasoned veteran. She's a vet. You're brand new, but how much time? Because you guys live professional lives, and you still have this event, which is, to me, it's like huge. Like when you're already planning it for next year when it's done, that, you know what I mean? You guys were planning this one probably a week after the other one was over.
Oh yeah,
we were.
We booked the venue available like 2 days after the last one.
So how much time does that take out of your life?
I mean, I think because we're really, you know, honing in on our systems and our process. And Bridget is like such a star when it comes to events and everything. So she's just so talented. And then I really focus on like relationships and vendor relations and stuff. So every year we get our system, like it seems like, okay.
Things get a little bit easier and better, but it takes a lot of time because every year we're trying to think of new creative concepts and reaching out to new chefs. So it also goes in ebb and flow. I think the month before is usually, no matter how well our systems are working, there's just so much to do last minute. So that month before, I'm texting Ashley like, didn't sleep again last night. We have this, and this to get done. So
the first 3 years we were at the Pavilion, Pan Am. And so, and then we took a 2-year hiatus during the pandemic. And when we were talking about bringing it back, we just didn't feel comfortable bringing it back in 2021, you know, and then we just started planning again. But we rebranded the festival, and then we had a new venue. So it really felt like planning a brand new fest. So we did that, had our Victory Field one last year. And then, this year I feel like it's going really smoothly. Bridget is, so we have a website, babygotbrunch.net, and Bridget is doing blog features on all of our vendors this year. So so it's going to be like really great opportunity to get to know everybody. And so that's the kind of stuff that we're building upon it.
So you guys will be like pushing all that before the event so that people can know who to look for, where they're going, and probably have some favorites going into the spot anyway.
Hopefully,
I would enjoy that.
Our first feature will be this Friday.
Okay, cool. Pump it out. Yeah. I want to read it. How many vendors do you use this year? Are you using?
Well, the application is still open. Oh. Technically, it's open until 30 days before the festival, just due to health permits. So right now, I think we have 15. Usually we have about 30. Okay. We'll probably cap it. Oh,
I think we have a few more. But yeah, so
I'm gonna say
30 is about 20,
30
actually.
is like, well, that's like a comfortable, and that includes like Tinker Coffee and Dope Lemonades is going to come back. Yeah. So that includes some non-food items, but there's going to be plenty of food.
Can you get Hot Boys? Can we get them out there?
You want to ask them?
Yeah, I need some of that chicken.
Tell them to apply.
I need some of that chicken.
They should be there. They should definitely be there.
So their California location does brunch, but I don't think they do brunch in Indy.
They don't?
We'll let it slide.
I don't know.
Oh, so is that criteria?
Well, no. You don't have to serve brunch.
Breakfast?
Yeah, but we prefer that you do.
No, that makes sense, though.
Well, we've accepted vendors in the past that maybe do more like catering and stuff. And so, at times they'll do brunch menus and stuff like that, but they don't have like a brunch restaurant necessarily. Yeah. So, but we encourage people to apply that like want to consider brunch for their places or like just kind of want to like try out new
When I think of Baby Got Brunch, like you be eating something and it's like, baby got some brunch. I don't want them to be like, we don't do brunch. Well, baby don't do brunch. Oh, well, I'm not going to vote for you. You don't do brunch. Baby don't do brunch.
Yeah.
If baby do brunch, baby got to do brunch. That should be criteria. Baby got to do brunch. Right?
Yeah.
That might be our new tagline.
I mean, there aren't a ton of brunch places around. I think a lot of places will do like a Saturday or Sunday brunch, and then throughout the week they'll do normal.
Service, are there any during the week brunch? I thought brunch was like universally Saturday, Sunday. That's what
especially if you're in the service
Wednesday.
Industry.
Did you ever go to Milktooth?
I've been to Milktooth, but never for brunch.
It's basically all brunch.
All their whole menu.
It's a brunch restaurant.
It's a brunch restaurant.
I think what we can gather from this is brunch is a pretty subjective concept.
That's why it's a mixture of two of them anyway. Breakfast and lunch, right?
Brunch inspired. Yeah. So you can have like sweet, savory, and it's really just like, to me, brunch is the time of day, right? So you're going to enjoy either breakfast or lunch or some combination, and you're also drinking. Like brunch is about the alcohol too.
Yep. I agree. Brunch. I think brunch is.
You're going to spend a longer time dining.
Yeah. The mixed cocktails and the mocktails. Yeah, it's important. I think I should put in an application.
How would you like to participate?
Oatmeal. I make killer oatmeal. I think people will like it.
Well, you just have like a big, I imagine you with just like a big porridge pot that you're just like slopping it onto people's trays.
I'm just saying.
3 different temperatures.
I know I make good oatmeal. I make great oatmeal. And people will... I think they
will. You dress up as Papa Bear?
Papa Bear? Oh, because they have that's porridge. I'm not making porridge. I'm making oatmeal.
I don't know the difference.
And my oatmeal has bourbon in it.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Just making this up.
You need a good chef partner.
I do. Dyke Michaels. Hey.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just throwing this together right now.
We are on to something. And why isn't Harder Brunch a vendor?
Well, why aren't you a vendor? Do you know why?
It was a rhetorical question. It was rhetorical.
You can just answer.
No, I can say it and I can be heard.
Yeah, we can.
I want to try to project my voice. We got beef, and I'll address it.
Oh, they have beef, and
I'm kidding.
Yeah, well,
my heart sunk. I was like, what?
Well, we don't know why Harder Brunch is not on there, but maybe because they don't. Well, they do brunches, huh?
We weren't asked. That's.
But
to be fair, I did ask if you, not to vend, but if you would do a live recording of your podcast.
Ooh, I like
Baby Got Brunch last year.
You asked Dyke Michaels that?
You didn't ask Stretch Thalley.
Well, hey, you know what? Right now, I'm asking you right now.
Oh, okay.
I'll step up. When others have failed, I shall step up. You ladies are successful ladies. You guys, I've been to many of your events, of your events, and I want to on air solidify my spot at your events as a person that does not have to wait in line.
Okay. I was thinking about this today, actually.
I just want you to clarify with me and everyone else that if you see me at a Bridget Davis event that I do not, can we?
Yeah,
you get a hall
so
pass.
even if it's like a wedding, you go before the bride and groom. You get your plate first. There is no waiting in line. You're just grandfathered in. And
thank you. I actually look at you at events. I look at you and you go, you give me a look, and I just want to go. I just want to eat first.
That's why we brought you food and drink today. We wanted to make sure that you felt taken care of.
So we have some black leaf vegan nachos here, and they are good. You guys brought this to us, and they are gonna be there.
Vendor this year.
Yes. They're a returning vendor.
What about them makes them so special?
Oh,
they're family owned.
Family owned.
They're
Yes.
the sweetest family.
And food is really just such a passion for them. It's not even what they do full time. So Derek Slack and Taria Slack own it. And their kids are a little bit older, and their kids, come in and help out in the cafe. Used to just be a food truck.
Okay.
And then last year they opened their first location ever. It's where Quill's Coffee used to be on 9th and
I don't drink
Senate,
coffee.
downtown.
Don't drink coffee. So I wouldn't know where any coffee shops are.
But it's right by the canal, and they are just so lovely, and they're always there.
All vegan.
All vegan. And Derek is a professor and an author.
Wow.
And Taria used to be on the IPS school board. So they're very, involved in the community and very successful people outside of this passion project. So love them so much.
How, Bridget, would you define success?
That's so loaded.
No, it's not. It's how you would define it.
Yeah. For me personally. Just in
if
general.
somebody asked you what success was, how would you define it?
I think success is being able to balance your time and really spend it in the things that you feel are worthy.
Okay.
So, I'm passionate about events. I'm especially Baby Got Brunch. I love what we support and how it supports the Indianapolis community. But I'm also very much a proponent now that I've been in business for myself for so long and just dumped so much of my time and energy into other people that I am really taking time for myself. And so for me to be successful, I think that it's a really good balance of time.
All right. Brooke?
I love that answer. I love it. And I was going to say something similar because I think success, can be defined in so many different ways. Some people just see it as making money, traveling, your status. But I think because of where I come from and the things that I struggle with around money, it's like such an emotional thing. Money is very emotional and personal to every individual person. So for me, success is not so much about making money, but it's about the balance, and it's also about making an impact in the world at the same time feeling balanced within yourself. So work-life balance, which is a huge thing that we struggle with in the food industry. Yeah. So finding that balance where you can just take time for yourself, take time for your family, but also be making a pretty sturdy impact in the community and making money doing that. And that's your passion. That's success to me.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop.
But I always think about money last, though. And I think that I'm entering a phase in my life where I'm trying to reframe that and reframe how I view money in my life. And it's been difficult. It's been a lot. Yeah, that is a loaded question. I think it's different for everybody.
It should be different for everyone because I don't think we all have the same goals. So if we have different goals, then success is going to look different. It's going to take a lot of different work and different avenues.
Yeah. Well, and like I've had, a fair amount of sort of like financial trauma in my life in different stages of my life. And so I think that my relationship to money is very nuanced. Okay. So it's hard for me to like ask people to pay me
for her work. We talk about this a lot.
I know.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, I think time means me divvying up my own time is success to me, because if I'm bringing in money and I'm able to do all the things that I need to do in my household or travel and leisurely things that I get to take advantage of, then being able to divvy up my time without worrying about the dollar is a privilege for sure.
And I think sort of just putting them in boxes, like the publishing work that I do, that's no problem. That's a transactional thing. Right. This is what I'm worth. This is what you pay me. This is the work that I deliver. When it comes to things like the farmers market or philanthropic things that I do, running that nonprofit, Indie Women in Food, like I so far have never gotten paid for those projects, but it's very impactful in the community. It's important work to me. So it's like, I don't mind not, having that be at the forefront of it. But it's time to start shifting because I spend so much time on those things and less time on the work that actually pays me. So,
and that's fine. I mean, sometimes it takes a while for you to find that voice to make sure that happens.
Yeah.
And I think myself, I ain't come from money, so operating without it is kind of what happens. And then I kind of
that comes naturally to me.
Forget the transaction part.
Right.
And then I look back like, you know what? I need that. But I've operated without it. So I even do deals around it. You know what I mean? So I totally get that.
And no one's ever said no to me. If I've done some work for someone or we have some sort of like relationship going, a transactional thing, if I say, okay, I'm going to do this work, this is kind of what I want in compensation for it. And that varies, it's an ebb and flow. But no one's ever been like, no, we're not going to pay you. It's just a matter of me asking and saying, this is what my work is valued at. And so it really is just an internal.
You're probably
struggle.
like me though, because I've found that I'm a kind of person that you don't have to chase me for money. If I owe you, you don't have to chase me. That's just if we decide to do something, I'm going to find you and give you your money. But we deal in a business where people hide when they owe you money, or you don't see them anymore, and you have to I guess we have to get used to that. I guess I don't know. I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to it.
Well, it's like you just can't control other people, you know. So like if you put it out there and they're not,
everybody's
they're
not
going to be skirting that responsibility.
We're not cut from the same cloth.
What can you do?
Not cut from the same cloth. I do have a question for you, Ashley. Not a personal question, but as a chef,
okay.
If you could prepare your
what? Okay,
I
go.
didn't say nothing. Goodness, dinner. If you could prepare a nice dinner for a young man,
okay,
what would you? Well, I guess it would depend on the young man too.
Sure.
Let's say somebody that you like.
Okay. You're making dinner for a date.
Actually, this is a first date. You really don't know anything about him.
And I'm inviting them over to my place?
Okay, let's say you guys went out before, and then the next date you said, "I want to make you something." And he's not vegan. He doesn't have allergies. He doesn't. He's not gluten. Like he can eat gluten. He has no food allergies, and he's not vegan. So you can make whatever you like. And
I might just.
So give me a night of Ashley cooking some stuff.
Oh boy. Okay, well, maybe I just go get Taco Bell or something and just cut the cheese.
And then put it on the plate look at this. They were like, that's beautiful.
No, I really love, I love Spanish and Mexican cooking. And so I'd probably, I don't know, make like a little cheese and charcuterie thing to start. I would make some tacos.
Do you fry your shells? Okay.
Yes.
I'm just saying because
or at least,
hey.
Do a little pan toast, like you got to get them a little
you
crispy.
got to have, man, if you don't fry your shells, then you're not making tacos.
That's right. I like making my own salsas from scratch.
She makes some amazing salsa.
Hot sauce too.
And, I love carnitas.
Yep.
So, yep.
And then you going to make a dessert or no? He ain't that special yet.
Desserts,
Oh, well, maybe some whipped cream.
Yeah, there's dessert.
Okay. Oh,
there's
dessert.
I have a background in baking and pastry.
Okay.
I was a pastry chef here in town and then also in California. And when we opened Milktooth, I was supposed to be the pastry chef, but we were like, both parents can't get up at 4 in the morning. What we're going to do with our baby. Anyway, so baking and pastry is a love of mine. That's like my first true love.
Why didn't you bring us pastries? I mean, I got coffee. I don't even drink coffee.
I didn't have time to make. We did dessert.
But I do appreciate the coffee. I had my first cup of coffee from Bridget, and it was good. I liked it. It was
really
Irish
good.
coffee.
It was delicious.
Oh, I was supposed to say it was delicious.
It was from Almost
Then
Famous.
it was delicious.
And that is a cocktail we're featuring this year at Baby Got Brunch.
The Irish coffee.
coffee.
And guess what? When I go there, I'm going to have one.
Ooh, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It'll be many, so you can just, have one sip. And
Okay, I can do that. I can do that. All right, Bridget. We're going to go into events with you.
Okay.
So you have an opportunity to plan the event of your dreams.
Oh man, this is always a hard
What kind
question.
of event is it, and who is hosting it?
You better say Baby Got Brunch.
No. like, do you have is it a wedding? Is there a certain celebrity you would like to work with? Let's get into that.
Oh. Okay. I've planned so many different types of events. Right. Like I do love weddings, but I do corporate stuff.
Is there another kind of wedding than love? Like they have
I love weddings.
They have hate weddings. I do love
you
weddings.
Might be
I've never been to a different one.
That's called a divorce party.
I haven't planned one of those yet.
Okay. All right.
I have done some celebrity weddings. I've done corporate events, festivals, obviously.
Conferences.
Yeah, conferences. I don't know that there's necessarily an event that I haven't touched or had my hands in.
Then,
I know forward facing, most people think I just do weddings, but
because I think that's what we see the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, that's what I put out there the most.
Assume. Then what was the most gratifying for you of these events that you've ever done?
Oh man. I mean, Baby Got Brunch is definitely up there just because it touches so many people in the community, whether it's people that are attending that, got to try a new brunch spot or met some new friends, because brunch really is a lifestyle. And I think that the type of people that come to this event, that's how they feel about it. But probably weddings in general, like just being able to be there for a couple who has no idea what they're doing and help them plan in a way that they don't have to spend their entire budget because it's expensive, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And then just being there for them and their families too. Like I can literally see the stress melt off of people when I'm walking in on a wedding day. And that is one of the most gratifying feelings to me, to know that I'm the rock that's there for them and that they're able to really just enjoy this amazing day that's bringing them together and starting their journey.
I mean, and you get to travel for
I do.
Your job.
That's a bonus. I love to travel. So
I think you're doing it right.
Thank you.
Not many people they get to travel with their job and do destination weddings because those are at the most beautiful places usually, you know? So that's, man.
You were just in Maui last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. I have
I've
one
been there
coming
a few
up in
times,
the Dominican.
we're going to Dominican next week. I don't know. Shit.
I do travel a lot.
We're going
it's
to
a
Louisville
wonderful
for my
perk.
birthday.
Hey, that's big time.
We're driving.
Yeah, you're driving.
Maybe Bridget can plan it. You still drive.
Yeah.
Well, oh no. I'll schedule you some plane tickets.
I fly for free.
Yeah, why aren't you
To
flying?
Louisville?
Connections.
To Louisville?
Can you even do that?
I don't think so. It's like, yeah, the plane will go up and come right back down.
Like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, so I have something fun to add to that.
Okay.
And maybe this will make your list of favorite events in the future, Bridget.
Okay.
But we are hopeful that one day we can take Baby Got Brunch on the road.
Yes.
So we have connections in like Miami and really all over. New Orleans, New York.
Ooh, New Orleans.
LA.
New Orleans would be dope.
Chicago. So we're going to get through this year and probably, start thinking about that. So that would be really fun because I think that this would be so successful in other cities and people would really get behind the concept. And then every community kind of faces different challenges when it comes to like food insecurity. So that would be something really interesting. We could kind of come in and instead of like coming into a city and saying, this is what we're doing for you guys, kind of making it more of, a collaboration where they can choose a charity or an organization to donate to. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of extra work.
So when is what's the date of Baby Got Brunch?
August 19th.
August 19th.
Yep. Saturday.
At Victory Field.
At what time? 10?
10 for early entry, 11:30 for general admission.
Early entry gets you what?
It gets you in an hour and a half before general admission. So it's a limited number of people. Essentially, the people that I've talked to, they're like, oh, I got to try every single food vendor before it opened to the general public. And I had
no line.
many cocktails.
Yeah, you avoid the lines.
Yeah, because the lines got...
You know how you
the
feel about lines.
The lines got crazy.
Did they?
Yeah, I mean, I was full already. I was early access, so I wasn't tripping.
That's right.
I'm early access. No lines for me.
Well, and we hope to have some other VIP experiences too this year. So not just early access, but maybe kind of like a little loungy area
That would
with their
be
own
nice.
vendor too.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I heard a. Agree? Okay, yeah, that agrees.
That's it.
So we're still kind of developing the idea for VIP.
Who's the DJ? Or do you have multiple?
Mr. Kinetic.
Mr. Kinetic. Was he there last year?
Mark
Same one?
Williams.
Okay, he was good.
He's
Yeah, I liked
amazing.
him.
Yeah, he does good
Good.
stuff.
Well,
Yep.
I think we tackled a whole bunch of stuff.
You're done
No,
talking.
I'm really not. I'm really not done. I'm not done. You guys got to ask me something? You got a question for me?
Oh, sure.
Go
yeah.
ahead.
How was Dubai?
Oh, Dubai.
Oh.
Oh, Dubai.
Oh my
Dubai was
gosh.
beautiful.
I want to hear all about it.
Dubai was beautiful.
You went with your
I
sister,
went with my
right?
sister and my cousin, and we kind of tagged along onto a friend of mine's family package thing, and so we went there. I do have a story that I will tell.
I would love to hear it.
So we had so they have transportation. They have trains. You can Uber, you can take a taxi, or you can get a driver. So we had a driver. His name was Akhtar. And we didn't know he was our driver. We actually went to the hotel concierge and asked them, could they get us a ride to, we were going to this garden, Dubai garden. And then we were going to go to Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building, that one tall building. But they were like, yeah, we can get you a driver and he'll take you to the garden. So we were like, all right, cool. So we're in the car. We get on the freeway, and this guy is explaining all the buildings that we see and telling us everything about the city. And we hadn't experienced that with anybody in Dubai. Like the service industry there, everyone is not from Dubai. Everybody comes from other countries and they get a work visa to live in Dubai. And their service is not about making us happy, but just about getting their job done. It's not, they're not doing service with a smile there. But this guy was super into telling us about Dubai. But he was still kind of harsh. You know, like he wasn't super, like he was just like a real calm, solemn, kind of stoic figure. But he takes us to the garden. Then he says, if you guys need a ride back, you know, here's my phone number, call us. So we're like, all right, cool. And we assumed that he was going to leave and we'll call him and then he'll get us when he can. When we're ready to go, my sister texted him and we were like, we'll give him like 30 minutes. He texts right back, oh, okay, I'm right here and I'm in the front. So we're looking like, where did he stay here though? Like 2 hours waiting for us? So come to find out, he was going to drive us for the whole day. So he took us to the beach next to eat, and then he sat and ate with us. So we started learning.
Cool.
We started to learn about this guy, right? So we were like, come eat with us.
I love that.
So we learned that he's from Pakistan, which is about 3.5 hours away from Dubai, and he lives in a house with 15 people, right? And he supports all 15.
Oh, wow.
And he only goes home once every 8 months.
Really?
So we're sitting there eating lunch with this guy.
That's intense.
And then my cousin goes, hey, Akhtar, what do you do for fun? And then he looked with this weird confusion. He had confusion on his face. And he says, he was like, what is this fun? And I looked at my sister like, I'm like, and he was like, then she said, what do you do when you're not driving people around? And he goes, oh, I sleep. He's like, I either sleep or I work. He said, I have to take care of 15 people. And I said, this dude doesn't even know what fun is. Yeah. And we're out here asking him what he does for fun while we're having fun. You know what I mean? And we just don't think about the luxuries that we have and the way that we live our life. And everyone there, after I heard that, I mean, it just did something to me. I was like, I don't care how anybody treats me. They're out there for something, taking care of somebody, and I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm mad because they're not treating me with laughter and joy, like, you know what I mean? But that to me, of all the things that, and I did a lot of stuff in Dubai, but to me, that moment that he didn't understand what fun was, kind of did something to me. So
interesting. Yeah. Well, and his definition of success would probably be supporting those 15
being
people.
Able to take care of his family.
And
and wow, it was just.
What a perspective that is.
A crazy
well,
perspective.
And the idea of like work-life balance just doesn't apply to a lot of other
there's no
people in this world.
Work-life
like
balance.
it's kind of that's a privilege and a luxury to say, you know, oh, I hope I can get this work-life balance of me time and downtime and not working too hard and supporting my family and being with friends and being able to go to brunch.
Yeah.
It's a fucking privilege. So, you know, it's important to get those perspectives and I think traveling overseas definitely gives you that.
Getting out of your
be very humbling.
Getting out of your safety zone and seeing things that is out of our perspective it's important, I think. And I think that without seeing that, I would have still saw Dubai as a different experience. But having that, I had like 3 or 4 more days after that, and I was just like, I was still in shock at the statement at that moment. You know, it just affected me in a way that I can't.
Isn't Dubai one of the richest cities in the world?
I think so. I think it has like per capita the most billionaires, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. So that gap is probably pretty big.
I mean, I found out that a lot of people are not from Dubai. Like a lot of people live in Dubai. They're not from Dubai. Yeah, I don't know what kind of Arab is from Dubai. Like I don't know how many people can say they were born in Dubai. But a lot of people go to Dubai to live and make money and do work. They work there.
I'm sure that's like LA or New York City. Yeah. Well, a lot of transplants.
I have a question.
Okay.
Did you ride a camel?
I did ride a camel.
Nice.
I put a picture of it in a video that I had, and I let it go for like half a second because I knew people would make fun of me riding on a camel. I'm like sitting on the back half of a camel. But
wait, hold on. Do you sit in between the humps? Or do you sit on?
Yeah, this one, I think
in
they
front
had
of
two.
the hump
They
or
had
behind
two
the hump?
humps, and it's like it was a 2-person camel, but I just rode by myself because I thought I would be too heavy with another person. So I told him, I said, I just want to ride just me because I don't want to hurt this camel. So the dude said, okay, then you have to sit in the back. So I sat in the back of the camel, and I do have a picture that I hot flashed on Instagram because I knew what was going to happen, and it did. People just made fun of me.
Someone took a screenshot. It's out there.
I'm telling you, I've been getting blasted for that picture.
Wait, why? Why are they making fun of you?
Because they say it looks funny to see a giraffe on the back of a camel.
Oh my God.
They never seen a giraffe ride a camel, so.
That's amazing.
Well, I did it.
Did you jump off the tallest
I
building?
did not. We didn't do that. Yeah.
Jesus.
I wouldn't have either.
No.
Who does
They do like
that? That
skydive,
sounds
Dubai or
awful.
somewhere. You know, you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No thanks. Not for me.
Do you think your experience there has changed how you treat your day job at Southwest?
No. No. And I have a different experience with Southwest because I don't consider Southwest a job. So, no, I don't look at it differently. The only thing I look at differently is how I flew Emirates there. So that is an airline. Southwest is like a bus. Really, man, they slapped Southwest in the fucking face. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God.
No, but Emirates is, when it is the top of the line situation, and their flight attendants come in, they walk through the airport in formation.
Wow. So
Oh
like
my
old
God.
school.
They're old school, like military
Really?
almost, and they just walk and they're laser focused and they all look beautiful. The pilots came in all together.
You have to chop your team and get them up
they,
to par.
Nah, we can't do that. We slinging peanuts and pretzels. They giving out steak.
Yeah, tell me more about what's the food like?
The food on there, we had 3 meals. Yeah,
Oh
we
my
had
God.
3.
What was the duration of the flight?
17 hours.
Oh my God. Did you have a straight
Yeah,
flight,
so
a nonstop
from
flight?
Dallas to Dubai. Yeah, 17 hours
lot.
straight.
That's
Yeah.
a lot. Okay.
What'd you do
So
for
3
your
meals.
leg? I
Not
get
first class, not
cramped
first
on
class.
a flight.
So I was
so
dying.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Go to Dubai though. That's what I got. Go to Dubai. It's beautiful. The people, they all speak English. You can go everywhere. Plenty of women can shop, and it is the best shopping probably you'll ever do in your life.
Do they do brunch there?
I'm sure they do somewhere.
You'll have to hook us up with your driver guy,
Akhtar.
Bridget. We'll talk to
Akhtar.
Akhtar.
We have his number.
and
Yeah, we
see
have
if
his number.
Maybe he wants to help us, bring Baby Got Brunch to Dubai.
Did you try Iraq while you were there? It's like a liquor.
Iraq.
Ooh.
I didn't
Yeah.
get Iraq. No.
No. It's AARAK, I think.
Is it like it's like a licorice
Mhm.
type thing?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
kind of like Sambuca,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Is that a aperitif or digestive? Do you drink it before or after a meal?
what's the name of this? What's the name of this
Okay.
podcast?
this
Because you got
You
this
brought
is-
2 brunch babes
I
on your
just want to know
podcast.
the
What do
name
you
of this
expect?
podcast that I'm on now. I am on the podcast. What's the name of this?
We
Is this
only
called
talk
Baby
about
Got
food.
Brunch podcast?
well, you said
We
2
should-
chicks.
yeah.
So
2 chicks and a mic. I like that. 2 chicks and a mic. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, thanks for having me.
go
Thanks for
with
having
that.
me, ladies.
Yeah, nice to have you
I
on.
appreciate it. It's been fun. Please have me on again.
We'd love to.
Well, I would like to thank you ladies for coming. We enjoyed you. Social medias, how can people contact you guys to get an application?
At Baby Got Brunch Indy is our Instagram. Yep. If they go to babygotbrunch.net and click on vendors, there's a vendor application on our website. Yep.
And then Bridget is Bridget Davis Events, right, on Instagram and Facebook. And I have a multitude of platforms.
Okay. just give us your OnlyFans.
You can find... No.
Tortillas and toes.
A Rose Brooks.
A Rose
on
Brooks.
Instagram, or A Rose Indy is my business account. Okay. Yep.
Thanks, you ladies. I appreciate you guys. You know I love both of you.
Thank you for having us.
We love you
really
too.
Do. And I will be at Baby Got Brunch. Woo. VIP status.
Obviously.
And I hope everybody else goes out and get... Is it on sale already? Can you buy a ticket yet?
Yep. Yeah, you can buy tickets. We're almost halfway sold.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so we expect to sell out at least.
We sold out last year.
By August.
All right,
yeah.
cool. Good.
So don't delay. Get your
buy
tickets.
your tickets. And then also go to followdmoney.com and do whatever you do, like navigate through the page. I don't know. Just go and do stuff on it. Just go to followdmoney.com and look at stuff. Thank you. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stretch.